Okay, so we want to talk about belief for a second. Please tell me your name.
Virginia.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Virginia, right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Okay, go ahead and relax. Put your hands down, right by your side. Okay, so Virginia and I obviously don't know each other, but I just want to show you this. Okay, so you're going to put your arm out in front of you, and I'm going to try to stop you by pushing it down. You resist as hard as you can. Stare straight forward and keep saying, "My name is Virginia." Okay. Go ahead. Go.
My name is Virginia. My name is Virginia. My name is Virginia. My name is Virginia.
Ooh, okay. All right. Perfect. I was pushing hard. Go ahead and shake that off. Was I pushing hard? Yeah. Okay. She's pretty strong, so you better not mess with her too much. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I want you to try to prove me wrong. Try to embarrass me in front of these cameras. Okay? Now you're going to hold your arm up in front of you, and this time you're going to say, "My name is Penelope." And just say that. Go ahead.
My name is Penelope. My name is Penelope.
No, don't just drop that as hard as you can. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Penelope. My name is Penelope. My name is Penelope. My name is Penelope.
Okay. Did I get stronger or did you get weaker?
I get weaker.
Okay. Why did you get weaker?
Because that's not my name.
Exactly. Now, as soon as we go back to Virginia, go ahead.
My name is Virginia. My name is Virginia. My name is Virginia.
I can't move her. I cannot move her. And we can try this with everybody in this room. Thank you. Give her a round of applause. Okay. So we can do this with everybody in this room. So what's the point? The point is that as soon as you go outside of your belief systems, your physical body gets weaker. She cannot stop me from pushing her hand down because she knows her name is not Penelope. It's Virginia. So when you stay inside your belief system, you physically are stronger. Your body is stronger. When you stay inside your belief system, you become an effective communicator, because a lot of what communication is the transference of belief. Like you might have heard, "Oh, so-and-so is a con man." Well, back in the 1930s, that was actually a compliment, not an insult. Because if somebody was a con man, the word con stood for confidence man. So they would communicate their confidence from themselves to you. So they were effective con men. So the idea is that a confidence man could transfer their confidence. And that's part of being an effective influencer. So one of the things that we have to kind of think about is the power and effects of beliefs. So I'll tell you a little bit of a story. Absolutely happened. This was sometime back, early 1900s, back in Australia. Aborigines were obviously very plentiful in the areas of Australia at that time. And they had certain beliefs. They were superstitions. They weren't necessarily true, but that's what these guys believed, right? So one of the beliefs in this little village was that a young man, before he was 20 years old, should never, ever eat pheasants, because a pheasant would poison him. And so he should never eat pheasants. He could eat chicken, he could eat other fowl, but he should just not eat pheasants, right? And there was a particularly smart, industrious young man. He was going to go out on his own. He was leaving his little village, and he decided to go see one of the local elders. And so he goes and he's going to have a final dinner with the local elder, and the local elder prepares all the foods and the fixings and everything. And the young man walks in and he's like, "Hello, sir, I'm here to see you for your parting words of wisdom." And he says, "Okay." So he sees this what looks like, chicken. He says, "Is this pheasant?" He goes, "No, why would I do that? We know that if you eat pheasant, you're only 18 years old. If you ate pheasant, you would die. We don't want you to die. So this is chicken. I made the chicken specially for you." And he said, "Okay, thank you." So he eats and he has a great conversation with them, and he leaves and goes off to find his fortune. 2 years go by. The young man comes back. He's 21 now, and he comes back to the village, and he sees the elder. He's so proud to tell him of his progress. And the elder says, "I knew you could do it. All of these beliefs that people have was holding you back. and I knew that you would be successful, and I'm very proud of you. And then he says, I have something to share with you. Remember that dinner we had almost 3 years ago? That was a pheasant that you ate that night. And you didn't die. Nothing happened. It was all foolish superstition, and you're fine. And the young man was mortified. He was like, oh my God, how could you do this to me? Why would you do that? You know that I would die. And he so believed it that that night, that young man became ill, and the next morning he dropped dead. Dead, thinking that he was poisoned because he ate that pheasant. So this absolutely happened. So what it shows you is the effect that beliefs can have, not just on your physical body, on your psyche, and on the outcomes that you will have.